Welcome back to another episode of the Kinky Care Culture and everything else in between. Yes, I said it, the Kinky Care Culture and everything else in between. I am your host, Candy. I hope everyone has been practicing social distancing. Please, it's not a game. People are still dying from it. So please practice it and think of others, not just yourself, other people, okay? I hope everybody, like I said, I hope everyone had a wonderful week, especially by the 4th of July just passed. So, please continue to practice this, okay? Because we care. At the Kinky Care Culture Podcast, we want everybody to live, okay? All right. So, today's episode is Hair Krack All Natural, okay? We're going to be talking to the CEO, Miss Ebony Flecther of the Hair Krack All Natural Hair Care brand. She's a licensed cosmetologist. She's been dealing with the natural hair care for so many years. She breaks down so much information as well as talk about her brand. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. And remember, if you have any questions, we will leave her email at the bottom. You can also be able to click on her hair care products and shop. Also, if you have any questions for us, we will be glad to answer them. If you'd like to be featured on here, whatever it may be, we're here to help you understand your natural hair, grow healthy hair. So sit back and relax, listen in, and enjoy this episode. Hi everyone, today we had the CEO of Hair Krack All Natural, Miss Ebony. Hi Miss Ebony.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
How you doing today?
I'm doing well.
That's good. We're going to ask you a whole bunch of questions about you and your hair brand, okay?
No problem.
So please, introduce yourself to us.
Okay, my name is Ebony Fletcher. I am born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I currently live in Queens now. I'm 40 years old, and I started my all natural journey about 10 years ago.
Okay. So so that was the next question. How long you been natural, basically?
I've been natural for about 15 years, okay. But I started my hairline in 2009. So I went natural. I didn't have to do the big chop. I didn't have to do any of that. And I'm going to elaborate on that because I know a lot of people think that they have to go that route, but you really don't. But I was a relaxed person. I was in love with the relaxer. And I just said, I can't do it anymore. It didn't make any sense. I'm ruining my hair coming from a licensed cosmetologist that I am for the last 16 years. It just ruins your hair. So, it didn't make no sense to just keep relaxing. But to each his own.
What made you, thank you for letting us know that you're a cosmetologist. That's important too, because most people that start their business, they're not cosmetologists, and they go through trial and error, and then boom, they come out with brands and stuff, different brands. This is different people and stuff. And that by you being licensed, you can give us a little information, on our actual hair, why it's important for our hair to, to do stuff to our hair the right way to keep it moisturized, protected and other stuff. So that's good that you're a cosmetologist, because I might ask you some questions between there too about that, okay? But when you went from relaxed to natural, did you have any problems with your hair, or you just went you had long luxurious hair and then boom, I'm just going to chop it off, or I'm going to switch to be natural just because?
I had, my hair wasn't long, but it was a good length. I had some hang time. It wasn't extremely long. I had some hang time. Okay. But through hereditary and genes, my grandfather had really thin curly hair. My hair was always curly. I knew that as a kid. So the difference was between me relaxing it all the time, in my teens and early 20s, I didn't really get to see my curl pattern anymore. My curl pattern just completely went away because of the relaxer. So natural curl, you always look from the root. That's how you can tell if your hair is this. I'm hearing the 4 B's and 4 C's and all of that. I didn't learn that in cosmetology school. I don't know where the numbers and the letters come from, but, you know, it's a good way, I guess, to give a description on what type or what texture a person's hair is. So, but you can always tell, like, by the root. Like, I didn't have to cut my hair off. I never had to do that. I just let the relaxer just grow completely out. And because my hair wasn't that long, it only took about a year, maybe like a year and a half.
Okay.
Maybe like a year to a year and a half. I didn't have to do the whole big chop. I didn't have to do that.
Okay, how do you feel about the types? You know how they have the 4A, 4B, 4C, 3A's and all that stuff? How do you feel about that, the curl pattern? Because some people, they be like, I'm this. Like, they focus more on the hair type than the actual hair sometimes. Or do you think it plays a part in it?
I think it does. I mean, going to school, like, I'm going to be honest, I went to cosmetology school because I wanted to know, like, the actual functions of hair and scalp and follicles and bulbs and primary coat. I mean, that's the whole reason why I went to school. I didn't learn the 4 A's and 4. I'm just now seeing this stuff come up. Mm-hmm. Maybe like in the last 2 or 3 years, I'm just now seeing the 4 A's and the 4 B's and the 4 C's. And it can be a pro and a con, you know what I mean? Because the pro is like, okay, well, if the definition of a 3A is, you know, wavy, then maybe now I can go into stores and look for products that's just for wavy hair. Mm-hmm. And then if my curl pattern is a 4C, now I can go into the shop and look for products just for 4C. So I like the fact that it can be defined, like now a person knows to themselves, like, I have 4C hair. Now they know what to do with 4C hair. But then the con is just like, well, who made up this stuff? Like, how do we know that that's actually what my curl pattern is? Like, most people have like about 1 or 2 or maybe 3 different curl patterns in their head. So if a person goes to get products and then they say it's not working and they try something else, then they say that's not working. Mm-hmm. I know some people that use about 2 or 3 different products on their hair.
Yeah.
And it works. But if they use only the single one, it won't work.
Yeah, true.
So you know what I mean? So most people have about 2 or 3 textures in their head, so they have to use it about 2 or 3 different products. And that's understandable. I mean, but I don't mind. I don't mind the 3A and the 3B. If that's what they want to name them, and that's the description, that's fine.
Okay. What are some of your biggest struggles and achievements being natural?
My biggest struggles, let's see. Well, I'm going to be honest. As a little girl, I know everybody as a little girl get up this Sunday morning and have to get their hair pressed.
Yes, girl.
And get their hair combed with the hot comb. And my gosh, I was so tender-headed. Before the comb even was hot yet, I was ducking and dodging and I was so tender, and I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I want to just chop all my hair off. So, that was my biggest struggle. I was very, very tender-headed, very, very tender-headed. And as I got older, I noticed that my hair, it was taking longer and longer to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm versatile. I wear wigs, I wear weaves, I wear braids, I wear my hair curly, I wear wash and goes, I wear twist outs. So, I'm very versatile. But I noticed with my natural hair, it takes me like an hour just to do half of my head. When I know I can take one of my wigs off my stand and I'm done in 8 minutes.
Okay.
So, that's my biggest struggle of the time and effort and preciseness that you have to put into your hair when it's natural. Okay. That's my only biggest thing. But the achievement of it is after I finish, it's just like, ooh, black queen. I'm looking at myself and I'm just like, oh, like, this just looks amazing. Like, I see why everybody wants this nice, juicy, hydrated curls. I see why. But the time and effort, Lord, mercy.
going to jump around a little bit. For those who are natural, what is some advice that you would give them? Especially the ones who's like, I want to give up on this.
All right, because I was once there. I would say don't give up. You know, practice makes perfect. You know, a lot of people get frustrated, and I'm gonna tell you what my biggest frustration was, and I know a lot of people have this. When girls or women see, you know, other women with these big, bouncy, beautiful curls,
yes.
The first thing they think of is, oh, I'm going to get the same product that she used, and I'm going to do the same exact twist out she did, and when I'm done, my hair is going to look exactly like hers. I'm going to tell you now, boo-boo, no, it's not.
Thank you.
No, it's not. It's not going to look like that. Now, what we can do is, because hair has to be trained. See, a lot of people think, you know, they see the girls in the videos and they, you know, they have the diffuser, but these people trained their hair to be that way. Like, your hair has to be trained. It's gonna be unmanageable because it's in an unmanageable state as being natural. Just the same way as you trained it when you had a relaxer, when you wrapped your hair every night, you kept it in the doobie, you kept it in your bobby pins, you put your satin scarf on, and you trained your hair to look like that. It's the same way you have to do with it natural. Your hair has to be trained to be that way. These women have worked months, sometimes years, to get their hair to be that type of curl. So, you know, you can't just give up in one twist out. You get one twist out, and then now all of a sudden you're like, oh, forget it, I'm going to get a relaxer. You know, it takes time. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes good product in order for it to get that way. It can get that way. You just have to put the time in. You have to put the work in.
Yes, and a lot of people, they don't think that that's possible. They think the YouTube, like you said, all these other places that my hair's going to look like this, or if I do the big chop, my hair's going to be like this. Or, for instance, like, people think that the back of the hair, they all the little kinks, the naps back there, they're quick to say, it's not moisturized, it's dry, it's crunchy and stuff, but they don't realize, if you moisturize, keep it moisturized, it's going to curl up, and by it curling up, that's a good thing, but it won't be dry and brittle. It's going to be moisturized.
Exactly.
So some people don't know that. So I'm glad you're talking to them about training your hair.
Yes.
That's important. Okay. Next question. Do you agree or disagree with hair porosity, and why?
I mean, I don't disagree with it. I mean, it's an important element on how much your hair can retain water and hold moisture.
Yeah.
Natural hair is the most driest, most weakest hair texture. Period.
Yes.
A lot of people think that it's really thick, it's really long, but that kinky curly, anything going to the kinky curly and oversized, it's like the most brittle and the most weak. I mean, think of it as a dry stick. You know, once you hold it and you snap it in half, you know, that's it. Like, you know, and that's how hair breaks. That's how that kinky, curly, you know, over to the other side texture hair is. You know, if you don't keep it moisturized and hydrated, I mean, all the time, it has to constantly be, because we soak it up. In our scalp, we soak it up. We go in the sun, we soak it up. So we have to always keep our hair moisturized and always keep it hydrated. But no, porosity is very, very important, and you have to know, you know, what yours is, so that way you'll know what kind of products to use, how to use them. Because, you know, a lot of people think, you know, I can put my conditioner on and leave it on overnight, which I never understood that.
Exactly. I thought I was the only person thought that. Thank you. Somebody. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't get why people do that.
Thank you for saying that. Now go ahead.
Yeah. But so you have to know, you know, what products to use, how to use the product, how often to use the product, and knowing your porosity, knowing your texture, knowing if you have 2 or 3 textures in it, knowing if you have an oily scalp, knowing if you have a dry scalp, there's certain products that you know to stay away from. Like, everybody knows you're not supposed to use alcohol in your hair.
Yes.
I mean, alcohol is a drying agent. Like, you know, our hair is already dry because it's natural, so we don't want to put alcohol in it to make it drier. So, you know, we should just know, like, okay, I can't use any products with alcohol in them. And that's simple. I mean, if we can start off with that, and then build our way, like as we educate ourselves more, and we just build from there, and eventually we'll find something that will work with our hair.
I totally agree. I agree with you. I totally agree. Now we're about to get into your brand. Yes, Miss Ebony. Your brand
is some hair crack.
Your brand is Hair Crack All Naturals. Okay?
Yes.
So tell us about how you got started, Miss Ebony. Please tell us.
So I just have to let y'all know. So I started doing hair when I was 14. My great aunt, God bless her soul, she passed away 2 years ago. I used to go in her shop all the time as a kid. And I think 90% of my time was in school or church. I was at her shop, and I watched her with her clients. I watched her be precise and everything. And, you know, she's not the only beautician in my family. You know, us as black women, you know, we have a long history and a long line, whether it's hairdressers or seamstress or, you know, we just have a long line of work like that, of hands-on work.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with it from a little girl. I fell in love with it, even though I hated getting my hair done. But from a little girl, I fell in love with the fact of she was a leader, because I'm not going to say boss. I don't like the word boss. And I'm going to tell you why I don't like the word boss. But I seen that she was a leader. She was an educator. She loved her clients, her customers, her family. And she put love into what she was doing. And at the end of the day, she was satisfied. Even if it was a 16-hour workday, she was satisfied at the end of the day. So as I got older, I fell in love with that. And I said to myself, this is exactly what I want to do. I believe if you find your passion, you find your purpose. And I found my purpose in this. I started Hair Crack with $25.
Okay.
I was in my house. It was 2009. I was working for the DOE. And I think I was in it for about 11 years at that time. And every day I was going to work crying. Every day I was going to work crying. When I got to work, I was crying. When I got home, I was crying. This was an everyday thing. I hated my job. I felt no satisfaction. And I know people would think, you know, where you're in the building with the kids, you're educating the kids, you're doing all of that. And that's wonderful. But if it's not something that you love, I mean, in your soul that you love,
yes,
you don't feel like you're fulfilled at the end of the day. Because it's not something that drives you. Because to you, it's just work. So I had $25, and I said, this was when the natural thing was just starting. Like, it was a little talk about it.
Yeah.
About, let's do the natural, and everybody, it was a little buzz. And I said, let me jump on this, because I know these big corporations, they have the money to do it. So let me jump on this so I can get my foot in the door a little bit. That way I can start bringing the natural out. So I had clients in my house, because like I said, I was working at the Board of Ed, I was going to school, and I had clients in my house. So it got so big that my clients was like, you know, don't blow dry my hair until you get the hair crack. And I was just like, what are you talking about? And they was like, the conditioner in the refrigerator. And I was just like, the little stuff that I mixed with the aloe and the avocado, they was like, yes. And then they started to buy it. They was like, you should sell it. I'm like, I'm not going to sell y'all no conditioner and I'm y'all hair stylist. They was like, I'm giving you $5. Make me a job. And I'm paying for mine. So I don't care what you say. Make me some that movie. And from that date forward, that's what it's been. It's been hair crack all natural. And I started it for $25. I went to the store and I said, I want all raw, natural, no alcohol, no none of that adjectives. I don't want no preservatives. I want it raw because I know that things from the earth, you know, it's good anyway. I mean, you have to go back to that because that's what works. Yeah. And I came up with one product, and I started selling that, and from then on, it just created a buzz. It created a buzz after that.
So tell us about your products.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Tell us about your products.
Okay, so my first product was hair butter.
Okay.
My hair butter. I mean, as you know, people that really know products and really know consistency and know. I'm gonna be honest. My favorite subject in school was science, and when I got to college, it was chemistry. So I fell in love with experiments. I fell in love with measuring. I fell in love with different equations, and it's funny because I'm not this big math person, but for some reason in my business, it's like I become a genius because I get stuck in long division. But if I'm in here measuring and I'm figuring out and I'm weighing different things and I'm subtracting and I'm squaring it and it's like I become a mathematician. Thank God, because that's definitely God. That's definitely not me. So I just mixed my love of science and chemistry and wanting to get a good product, and I mixed it all together and came with hair crack. But my first product was my hair butter, and I wanted to make it raw and I wanted to make it good. I noticed with my clients and just African American women and men, period, we put so much tension and stuff on our hair. Yes. And I'm just like, our edges are gone. Yes. The middle of our head, between the ponytails, there's no hair there. And I'm thinking to myself, God, please, help me make something that's going to get our hair back. Because us as black women, it's like our hair is our glory. You know what I mean? Yes. And I know by being in the hair industry for so long, when our hair isn't right, I don't care if we have on $1,500 shoes. If my hair's not right, I'm not going. Yes. I'm not going. Just cancel a date. I'm not going out to eat. I'm not going because my hair is not right. So, I ask God, I'm like, please, just show me something. Because that I want it to be natural. Show me something that is going to get our hair to go back. I don't want my client's hair to look like this. I don't want other black women's hair to look like this either. So I came up with the hair butter. That was my very first product. That product made it to 4 countries in the first year. I know that's right. It made it to 4 countries in the first year. It went to Japan. It went to Great Britain. It went to Germany, and it went to Italy. Just that one product in the first year of making it. So I said, okay, I need to, now people are asking me for shampoo and a conditioner. And I'm saying to myself, okay, God, I know, too much is given, much is required, right? So I said, okay, I need your help because you helped me with the first one. Now I need a shampoo and a conditioner. And, not to say that I'm getting church or anything like that, but I can't talk about my business and then not talk about God. Because that's who drew this whole thing. So I can't talk about this and not talk about him. So I needed a shampoo and I needed a conditioner, and I prayed and I said, okay, there it is. Let me do my trial and error. Let me find out what works with what. Let me find out what's a carrier oil. Let me find out what's a penetrating oil. Let me find out what can mix and what can't. And then I came out with the peppermint and lavender shampoo. I'm gonna tell you why I came up with that. I used to do locks, and I still can do locks. I used to do clients that have locks, and I noticed that they would come to me and they'd be like, hey, listen, I've been going to this in person, but my hair is like not clean. I mean, the style will be beautiful, you know, and they will wash it. It just doesn't seem to get clean. And if anybody knows with locks, you have to really either soak them or really use a natural penetrating kind of shampoo to get all of that up. Because during the day, natural hair people, we collect a lot of dirt in our hair. So can you imagine the locks? You know what I mean? So I knew that peppermint oil is it gets things like, when I mean squeaky clean, it opens up your pores in your scalp so that way there's no dead follicles, that way your hair can grow. All of the dandruff and the dermatitis and the, you know, all of that fungal stuff that's going on your scalp and your hair, peppermint and lavender does the trick. Peppermint and lavender absolutely does the trick. I've had clients that had dermatitis for like years, and I used this 1 month on their head, and that was it. They never had to go to a doctor and get T-gel. They never had head and shoulders, none of that. Then I created the conditioner, which was coconut and the jojoba oil. Now, I put those two together because, of course, jojoba oil, you guys know that helps for growth, helps for split ends, helps for all of that, coconut oil as well. But both of them together was just so powerful. And then that coconut for me, because a lot of people don't like the smell of coconut, but the coconut for me smells so good. So I mixed that coconut and that jojoba oil together, and it's just an amazing product. Like, it just has so much good, rich stuff in it. Like, you know, aloe vera juice and, you know, rosemary, and it has tea tree, and it has macadamia. I mean, it just has so many good things. And like I said, each oil and each product that I put is for something different. So it's not the same thing. Then I needed a serum because I said, you know, I see people with Moroccan oil, like have Moroccan oil in the beauty supply store, but it has additives and stuff in it. Like I read labels. I've been reading labels since I can go to the beauty supply, so I've always read labels. And I said, I want my Moroccan oil to be chemical free, no preservatives. It's not going to change the color of your hair. It's not going to change the texture of your hair. And the thing about my product, a little goes a long way. That's because it's so concentrated. It's so potent. It's not watery. It's not diluted or anything like that. So I had to get me a Moroccan oil, and it's made with, and it's argan oil. Everybody knows argan oil. Vitamin E is the key. If you have any scalp issues and your scalp needs to be repaired, vitamin E is the best. A lot of people think you have to take care of the actual hair. But if you have a healthy scalp, you'll have the healthy hair. Like, healthy hair starts with having a healthy scalp. Because the hair needs a breeding ground to grow. It's like the grass outside. If the soil and everything else is underneath is damaged, you're not going to be in no fruit. So you have to start with a healthy scalp. Healthy scalp, healthy hair. Automatically. You keep your scalp healthy, your hair will definitely grow, and it will grow healthy. It won't grow uneven. It won't grow split. It will be healthy all the way around. So that's like, how many products I said? Those are 5, right?
Yes.
So now I have hair and scalp growth drops, and this is vegan and it's organic. And the thing about this product I made, it's made with CBD oil. So my shampoo, my conditioner, and my growth oil drops are made with CBD oil. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why CBD oil. A lot of people is just like, you know, like, what does the CBD oil do? Like, CBD oil is such a scalp penetrating omega-3, omega-6, omega-9. Like, it improves your scalp tissue. And I know a lot of people think CBD, they think marijuana, but CBD oil is not marijuana. This cannabis has no THC. Like, it has no THC. It has no psychoactive kind of psychedelic thing to it. It derives from the same plant, but it gives off 2 different effects. Yeah. So CBD oil is like organic. So anybody that says, oh, you know, I need to use vegan products, it has to be organic, you know, if it's going to penetrate in my scalp or go into my body, this definitely is the product. Then, I know you want to hear about the detangler.
Yes, I was about to say, and
I know you want to hear about the detangler, honey. So, like I said before, I was a very, very tender-headed child. And I made the detangler just out of being tender-headed. One day, I was in here, and it took me like 3 hours to blow dry my hair because I had like that Michael Jackson snapback curl where you pull it down and it just automatically snap. It's really, really tight. Yeah. Really, really coily. And I was in here for 3 hours. My arms were hurting. I'm like, I can't take this anymore. I said, you know, I need a detangler. I know that I'm not the only person in the world that's tender-headed. I can't be. So I said again, oh my God, I need a detangler. You see me sitting in here struggling. I've been doing my hair for 3 hours. My arms are hurting. I need a detangler. So I sat down. I did my work. I did what I needed to do. And I mixed citrus and pomegranate together. And this detangler is amazing. I mean, a little goes a long way. You don't even need, you know, it to be all dripping and all saturated and all. I mean, it's just as simple as, you know, spraying it easily through your head, getting your big tooth comb, and it combs right through. And I mean, it slides right through. And it was amazing. And I enjoy my wash days now. Before, I dreaded washing my hair. And I'm not the only one. I know other people feel that way. I'm dreading wash day. It's like, you know, do I wash it? No, I'll wait till tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and it's like, do I wash it? No. So sometimes having the right product will have you enjoy wash day. Now you're excited about washing your hair, whether it's every day, every week, every 2 weeks. You're happy now because now it's not a struggle. Your head isn't hurting and it doesn't take hours.
Yeah, and look, I also see that it says 50% off on it, guys. So, you know, y'all gotta jump on it. Jump on it. It's 50% off.
It was $17, and now I have it on sale for $8.50. So you got some grab some.
Yes.
Grab you a couple of bottles. People use my products sell out really, really fast. So when people buy my products, they buy 2 shampoos, 2 conditioners, 2 detanglers, they try to buy 2 of everything because before you know it, within a week's time, it's going to be gone.
Yes. Right now, it says it has about 18 in stock. I'm looking at it, so yeah.
Yep.
Y'all better jump on it. Y'all better jump on it.
It was 50. It was 50 as of this morning, as of 6:30 this morning.
Wow.
As of 6:30 this morning, it was 50.
Wow. So it went from 50 to 18? Yeah, y'all better jump on it. 50% off.
Better jump on it. Jump on it now. I only had 50 available, and I said, you know what? Let me just put out this 50, because I know people have been asking about it. Let me put out this 50, and let me see, because after that, I don't know when it's going to be available. I got to jump. I have a new product also. It just came out May 8th. And it's for people who have mixed textures, even though all my products are for people who have mixed textures. But this is a curling put, and it's mango. It's a mango. It has mango. It has coconut. It has slippery elm. It has vitamin E. It has avocado. I mean, really, really good stuff in it. And it's for mixed texture. So if you're a person that has the curl, but it's not fully defined, these curls will define your hair. And it also stretches it. Like a lot of people who have natural hair, we have a lot of shrinkage.
Yes.
But this product, it stretches it and it defines your curls. So even if you feel like, okay, I know I have hang time, but I'm scared to put certain products on it because it makes it shrink. Not this one.
Yeah.
Not this one.
I see it says curly, wavy, kinky, coily, and frizzy.
Yes. It's for all those types. All those hair types.
Define curls and hydrates. Moisturize and leave hair soft.
That's it. And it smells like mango. It smells delicious. It smells like you can eat it. It smells like icy. It smells delicious.
Yes. Okay, now. Okay, I see you. Some people have problems with moisture. What product or products of your line will help with that?
The detangler and the curling putter.
Okay, so they use both those and it'll help them with the locking the moisture?
Absolutely. Like both of them. So the detangler is a leave-in. You don't have to wash that out. Okay. The detangler is and so is the curling pudding is a leave-in as well. So if you spray the detangler and do it evenly throughout your entire head, not slipping, soaking wet, like I said, a little goes a long way. You can show a little bit of pudding, rub it between your head, and put it all the way through. And you can actually finger coil your hair yourself. You don't even need a comb. Like that's how soft and light and moisturized your hair is going to be. You can use your finger and just do the little curl. And you can do that throughout your whole head.
Okay.
You can do that throughout your whole head.
Is there anything that you want everybody to know about your brand?
I want people to know that Hair Krack isn't going anywhere. Hair Krack is going to be bigger and better. I'm going to be rebranding soon. I have 7 products now, and I think I'm just going to stick with my 7 products. But it's nothing to do. I'll definitely upgrade if I need upgrade. But Hair Krack is on an all-black market called WeBuyBlack.com, where there's like a variety of like various different type of black entrepreneurs. They have their business, and Hair Krack is in that circle. So if you guys want to check it out, it's WeBuyBlack.com / Hair Krack with a K on naturals. So you guys can go on there, you can shop it up. My email address is on there. If you ever need to talk, I'm on Instagram at Hair Krack on Naturals. You guys can DM me. You guys can send pictures, of the product that you bought or how you're using it or videos. Like, all is welcome. All is welcome. I definitely want you guys' feedback. Let me know your feedback. I know you're going to love it, but I admire honest opinions. Let me know what I can fix, what I can change, and it's like or dislike.
And I will leave all your links at the bottom of this podcast, so there will be no worries for anybody to miss out on any of this 50% off that she got going on, or ask you any questions. It's just a click away. All you got to do is click her on her name, and that's it. She got you. She got you any questions. You heard her. She's going to answer your questions, so don't be afraid. Okay? She'll bring the products to you. She'll let you know which product of hers is going to help you. So please, this is a great opportunity of somebody that knows what they're talking about. Dealing with hair, natural hair. Okay? I gotta go. We're going to play a game before I let you go. It's called Which One Has to Go, okay?
Okay.
A twist out, protective style, or silk press? Which one of those has to go? Why silk press? You said it so fast.
With the silk press. The reason why I say silk press because it goes from blow dryer to flat iron. It's either or. I mean, I say if you're going to use heat, it's either or. So if you're going to do, the flat iron, I'd rather you let it air dry, comb it and brush it out, and then do the flat iron. But that double heat, I never liked the double heat. Even with the roller set, I never liked the double heat. The blow dry with the rollers, then the person comes out and then get another blow dry to blow dry it straight, and then a flat iron, sometimes then a flat iron, too much heat. Too much heat for me.
You said silk press so fast. Before I even finish, he said silk press now. Silk press.
It's too much heat. The double heat is what gets me. It's too much heat. Natural hair is already brittle because it's a dryer. And then you have wet natural hair. So now the hair is wet. It's already in the weakest state because it's wet. And then it's natural. Then you're going to blow dry it with the heat. Then you're going to turn around and flat iron it. That's just too much. Yeah. That's too much. So yeah, so fuck that.
Well, I really, really, really appreciate you taking your time out during this interview. Like I said, I will leave your link at the bottom for people to click and be able to, and your email. So if they have any questions, because some people, they are afraid to actually say stuff because they don't want to be judged. So it's great that you allow them to email you.
Anything.
So I thank you for that. I really, really thank you for that. But thank you. And until next time, if you got any other products or anything that you want to talk about, if you just want to get up here and just talk about anything dealing with natural hair, look, this is the platform. We want you to come back, okay?
Yes, thank you. I will. Not a problem. I will. I'll be there.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode as we talk hair with the CEO of Hair Krack All Natural. She has an amazing brand. She has discounts on her website. So all you have to do is click at the link at the end of this podcast and shop away. She will be glad to answer any questions. So don't be afraid. Remember, no question is a dumb question, okay? So don't be nervous. If you don't know, ask. As well as we are here to help you too. If you would like to be featured in any of our episodes, please email us. You can leave a voicemail. You can do so many ways to reach us. We are available for you. This is a great platform to help each and every one of y'all understand your natural hair or to grow your business. So, again, we will leave all that at the end of this podcast. So I hope each and every one of y'all enjoy. God bless, be safe, and please practice social distancing. Your life matters, everyone. Please. We don't want to die from a disease that we could avoid, okay? Love you guys. Thank you. God bless, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Till next time. Oh, and before I let you go, keep tuning in. I can't even get it out. Keep listening in. We got more where this come from. We got more people coming. We got more hair care brands. It's going. And if you want to be part of it, please don't forget. Also, we on Facebook. We are starting our YouTube page. It's coming up. And on Instagram. But you can leave us a voicemail. And I will leave that link so you'll be able to leave a voicemail whenever you want to ask us any question. Okay? God bless. And I'm going to let y'all go this time. Bye. Till next time.